Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're taking a look at the ESU CabControl wireless control system. This is a DCC system and it is a very robust one from what I hear, but we don't really know what's going on until we take a look. So let's get in the box and see what we got. Alright, so here's the deal. I'm going to unbox this and I'm going to go over setup, both on and off camera, but I will take notes, let you guys know any hiccups we run into. Outer box is off here, and it looks like the main components are this big adapter here. It's an AC DC adapter. You can see the specs there. Outputs 15 to 21 volts at 7 amps, a max of 150 watts. And then this is what you're going to use for your control. It's like a smartphone look with a big knob on it. This will be what's going to track power and your programming track. We'll take a look at the back of that real quick. So I'm sure there's little plug-ins here, but you got your programming and main tracks, ECOS link, LAN plug-in, USB, and then your power plug-in along with this LNet regular phone cable plug, it looks like, and then your Ethernet cable plug for LAN. Let's see what else we got in the box. Power cord, and going on the bottom, those are the plugs to connect your track power, digital command and control ESU lanyard so you can have it around your neck, USB cable with the other end being that, I forget what they call that specific one, and here's a note. You can read that yourself if you want to pause it. Alright, here are the wires going to my layout, and I recommend taking these and attaching the wires before you plug it into the back of the unit. It's just easier that way. Alright, wires connected. We're going to do the main. For this, I'm not worried about program track right now. Probably won't connect it or cover that in the review here, because there's just so much more to cover. Wire is pretty rigid, but there is the main control system. Now here's the quick control or quick start guide from the CabControl, and I'm gonna charge this Mobile 2 control throttle, but I noticed it says remove all locomotives from your layout, especially the ones that are equipped with Railcom, which I believe is most of the ESU ones, and I've got 844 or 8444 here that's going to have to come off the layout. So off it comes, enough running of that. We'll move on. Alright, normally I'll tuck all this neatly behind the layout, but I want to show you what's going on here. You're plugging this adapter, pretty secure fit. Make sure that's not upside down. There is no upside down. Okay, cool. Seemed like it went in better that way. That is a two-prong plug on that end. This end is going to go to the CabControl integrated control unit here. We showed the back of that earlier. This thing does not want to focus, but you get the point. So we'll get that going. Alright, so power is supplied to the power pack. Now we're going to go ahead and plug this to the back here. We got a light going on there. We're going to charge this for 2 hours using the USB in the back or your own power pack for USB if you want. So that's going to be the micro USB connection on the bottom of this. So that's plugged in. See the battery icon, and it is charging. Now it says to leave this charging for 2 hours. That's what I'm going to do. Alright, it is 8:15, a little after 8:15, and I left you guys at about 6 o'clock, so this thing should be charged up. It is showing a full battery. I'm going to power this on, so I figure out how to do so. The Android symbol here, this is an Android device, so should be pretty familiar settings here. I'm trying to see if this plastic comes off because this is a little rough looking up here. Alright, that plastic did come off. My OCD kicked in and I had to get to it. But as you see, this is the screen that powered on. I haven't messed with anything yet. I'm going to hit OK. It says make yourself a home. Find your favorite apps here. I'm going to hit this Wi-Fi button here. Default Wi-Fi on sleep. Let's see here. On sleep if plugged, always on. Let's see, we'll just do on sleep if plugged here. Going to scroll down, look at settings, Wi-Fi's on. Let's see, there is the connection you want. It's already connected. So we're good there. Now it's just a matter of verifying a couple things. First thing you want to do, this has a knob on it. I don't see a setting. It said to make sure it's at 15 volts. I'm guessing it's standard at 15 volts. Sorry, I'm kind of hitting the camera here as I work. But so I'm just going to leave that as is. The adding of a locomotive, I'm going to have to read up on here, but that completes the setup portion. Alright, following the quick start guide, which I did not do off camera, and it already confused me. It said to open the icon like I just did, and it says hit the stop to button to apply track power. Sure enough, there's track power. So I put a non-ESU locomotive on here. You can add it by hitting create locomotive, the name. You can put different photos in there. You can select 28 speed steps all the way down to 14. The address, which in this case is 805. And you can turn on and off all your functions. You can do some customization with them, etc. You can even add function 13 all the way up to 28. I'm just going to save what we have here, and we'll take a listen, see if this works. Instantaneous control there. So pretty good. I like it. You can change through your locomotives. Very, very quick setup if you pay attention to instructions. I say this out of personal experience because I totally didn't. But now we can operate the locomotive. I'll go ahead and turn on the headlight here. I'm just going to move this a little bit. Excuse my mess. Down here you can see exactly how many speed steps you're going. Like right now I'm going 4. I can drop down to 2 and 1. And reverse direction. You can also slide it this way. It'll automatically move the dial, which is pretty cool. This thing is super sophisticated and very neat to operate. That is the setup and how easy it is to operate. Now we're going to show you just some cool quirks and features. So this is in essence a smartphone. So you've got a center button here where you can go through and choose everything. I mean, you wouldn't have phone capabilities unless you downloaded an app, but you can use the Google Play Store to download apps. So I'm going to take a break and just play with different apps and different games or anything. You can put it right on here. This is a pretty cool, pretty sophisticated set. You can also program all the buttons. That's the other thing I want to talk about. These buttons are programmable, so you can do whatever you want with them. So if you want something quick and easy, like you want to make it one of these the horn, you can do so. Because this is an Android device, it's got all the settings you would want. You can change display brightness. Like that's actually, it was set fairly low. I'm kind of a big bright display guy. It'll tell you about your battery, what's using the most. It says it has 25 minutes, 7 seconds on the battery so far, and we've used 7%, so that gives you an idea of the battery usage. Probably about 4 hours on this battery of use, and I have been using it for the whole time it's been unplugged. So again, you've got all the different apps, you can use those. You've got widgets you can add, just like an Android device. You could get rid of some of these apps and put a widget here, or just flip to the widget. So if it's hooked up to your Wi-Fi in your home, you're going to have internet capabilities through Google Play, etc. But the main thing is when you hit this home button, you're going to have your icons, settings, Wi-Fi keeper, which will tell you, we talked about this at the beginning, which way do you want it? You want it on all the time, and then your actual cab control here. Now within the cab control, we talked about the functions. You can do all these different functions. You can change the photograph of the locomotive, so you can edit the locomotive that you've already put in if you've made a mistake. Now images, they've already loaded some up, but you can go through and load images that you want. And there's a ton already in here, a lot of European stuff, but there are also, you know, American locomotives, the Alco RS32, you know, the Milwaukee, or I'm sorry, the Sharks, for example. There's a ton of preloaded images in here. As you go through, DDA 40X, SD70 ACE, a lot of these are already in here and ready for you to pick them, make that your locomotive. Steam in there, you've got a GS4 I just scrolled past. So I mean, there's just tons. I'm still going and going and going and going and going and going and going. And it takes a second for it to load, but pretty neat to be high tech. Tested the lag out. I don't see a lot of lag going on here. Don't know if it's based on proximity or not. I tried it on both ends of my layout. Still not a whole lot of lag going on. And I do like the idea of being wireless. Just got to remember to charge these guys. And if you are able to, if you've got a friend over, consider getting 2, or even if you have kids, because I think my kids would really love this, and I will have them using this, you know, to have them keep their interest in trains going year-round. Another thing you can do that they don't really talk about is accessories. So you can add accessories, whether that's switches or DCC decoders that handle structure lighting or whatever the case is, that can be added here, and you can control that from this device as well. So that's just a basic overview of ESU's cab control. That's going to be about it for this video. We'll probably dive into other videos later because I'm really excited about this. To be honest, guys, I unboxed this for the first time with you, so I am seeing this product just like you are on video for the first time, and I never know how excited I'm going to be about it. But in this case, I'm really interested in digging in and seeing what this is about, because it looks like it's going to be a lot more fun, a lot more interesting to operate locomotives and be able to access anywhere around the layout without worrying about a short battery, because my other system does have a shorter battery life. But as long as you power this down and you plug it up every few days in either your own USB or behind this base station, you should be good to go. And you know, that will help you along. So there'll be some other settings we'll get into later, but that's going to be it. So we will see you next time right here on my channel. Thanks for watching the review of the ESU CabControl. It looks like it's a lot of fun, easy to set up. Looks like we'll have a good time. And hey, look, you can see me in the reflection there, hiding out. All right, take care. Bye.